morning. Happy Mother's Day. It's May 14th, day 85, I believe. Goal is just under 22 miles, 21.9, I think, to William something shelter. So, live and learn. This Dropbox thing is kind of awesome and kind of not awesome at the same time. One, I'm spending extra money to kick this box down the road, but I'm kind of glad I did it because there's not a lot of really good resupply options as well. So to save money, I was thinking about making the drops a little bit further apart, but now I've got 5 days worth of food in my pack. I couldn't fit my tarp inside the pack. It's so full, which will go away in about a day and a half when I get back down to like 4 days worth of food. You know, people are telling me there's a lot of delis that I'm going to pass, but I think there's really only two. And, you know, that also takes a chunk out of the day. I don't know. Maybe I'll enjoy a deli. Maybe I won't and eat the food that I have. So the logistics in this section seem to be, you know, in the south where there's a lot more people that haven't dropped out yet, therefore a lot more people, you know, there's a lot more options because there's an industry that can pretty much survive around that in conjunction with other things. And here it doesn't seem like there's a lot of, you know, stuff for the hikers. So yeah, that place, Lost and Found in Greenwood Lake, was absolutely amazing. They made us dinner every night and breakfast every morning. I got a private room, which was $75 a night. So I stayed 2 nights, $150. It was comfortable. It was clean. The hosts, Pete and Mary, were absolutely amazing. The food was really, really good. I think it was totally worth it. I mean, considering I got 2 meals and a private room, clean showers, it's great. And they did my laundry. So I heart those people. They were really cool. Hung out with Canary and Chris yesterday, and we did jump in the lake. So that was pretty cool. It was a great day. I feel good today. Sun is shining on my face and I feel it. Yeah, so that's about it for this morning. I've been told that from a southbounder that New York is rocky. After 0, my heels feel great. So I went through a lot of Leuco tape. I don't have a lot left. So hopefully that sticks. And I know there's a lot of climbing involved in New York. So, but I've got some sub 20 days coming up. So kind of taking it easy. You know, pulling back a little bit and just saying, you know, it's fine. I'm just going to hike. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to try my best to make it enjoyable. And sometime around the 20th, I'm going to go home for maybe 3 or 4 days. So 4 days. It would be 4 days. Or 5. Something like that. I got time to figure that out. Well, I'm going to get hiking with this ridiculously heavy pack right now. And I will talk to you guys later. I believe that's a whippoorwill. All right. So, 21.9 miles today. It was a slow 21.9. I wasn't in a rush, but also there was, a fair amount of up and down and a good amount of rocks. Not enough to, not Pennsylvania levels or Rocksylvania, but still, and the climbing too. So there was that. I'd say overall it was a good day. I still felt the grind, but it was beautiful weather, perfect weather, to be honest. And, some of the climbs were pretty cool. So I saw a lake today, and I thought about going in to swim, but I wanted to make the miles. See? So it's like, I've been doing the math, and I've got somewhere between like 44 and 50 days left of, and that's going with the pace that I see, which is about, let's call it 18 on average. This last week was an average of 22 because I didn't take any zeros, and that's including one 15-mile day into town. And then this week, I took a zero. So I had a small day and a zero, and that brought my average down to 16. So I would like to take a zero every other week. So, I'm really hoping to manage my miles so that they're consistent. I still want to do mostly plus 20, but I'm also trying to be mindful of terrain. That's one of the things that Pete from Lost and Found was talking about. He's like, you don't know what the terrain's going to be like every day. You can look at elevation change and make plans based upon that, but you don't know if it's going to be rocky. You don't know if you're going to have to do climbs and stuff like that. And I know definitely when I get to the Whites, which kind of looks like most of New Hampshire. So I think it's like 100 miles. If I'm doing 15 miles a day, for 100 miles, it's going to take me, what is that? Like 6-7 days to get through, So the current plan is to go home. I'll need a break. And so I would like to get through the Whites, and I think that's possible. I think it's possible to get through the Whites and then get home. And then after that, I've got like just under 200 miles left, which would be like, a little bit more than maybe about 2 weeks. So, my mood's okay. Just being honest. I think about it all the time. Like, man, just go home. But I really want to complete this, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I really don't. So there's that. New York is weird. I talked to another guy, a flip-flopper, and even saw it with some day hikers. The trails here, just like they disappear. And then you find them somewhere else where they're not, where it doesn't seem like they're supposed to be. And on top of that, the blazes don't seem to make sense. There's just number-wise, there seems to be plenty of blazes. And when I say blazes, I'm talking about these markers on the trees, and it shows you, it says like you're still on the right trail. If you go to a park or something like that, sometimes they put a placard or something like that. But for the Appalachian Trail, it's a white blaze. It's a white piece of paint. It's a white painted line that's about 1 by 2 inches. So, the placement of them was kind of odd. It was like number-wise, there was plenty. but they weren't in places that really helped you. So when you needed them, they weren't there. And when you didn't necessarily need them, there they were. So, and it also seemed to like not line up right with, it's hard to explain. So I'll just leave it at that. But there was plenty of times where I just seemed to get off trail, not very far, you know, because really quickly you're just like, where'd the trail go? All of a sudden, it's just gone. So, yeah. Yep, more yawns. Anyway, I think that's it for tonight. Good night.